We need good challenges, whether it's tackling new stories or tackling new puzzles with new strategies to keep our blood and creative energies pumping. That's why I recommend Best Fiends, the mobile matching puzzle game that's great about leaving your brain feeling refreshingly challenged. There are thousands of fun puzzles to solve, and better yet, they change it up. Best Fiends frequently updates, so there's always something new to play or some cool bonus to grab. Download the 5-star rated puzzle game Best Fiends free today on the Apple App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R, Best Fiends.
Hey, I'm Markeia. Want to hear something scary?
Postpartum possession. Never drop your guard. In times of great joy and celebration, it's hard to imagine all the possible dangers that might befall you. However, you must always pay careful attention, even in the best of times, because evil is always much closer than you think. Corrine and her sister Marul lived in a small apartment building in the Little Armenia neighborhood. Everyone knew each other in the building, which proved a blessing once Marul became pregnant. All of their neighbors donated their wisdom and experience, along with food and other necessities. The most helpful of all was Armenia, an older woman who lived on the first floor. Something didn't sit quite right with Corine about Armenia, but that didn't matter because Marul adored her. The old woman often overstayed her welcome, and she doted over Marul as if she was her own granddaughter. As Marul's due date approached, her health began to decline. She was in constant agony carrying her developing baby, often sick and vomiting. She could barely walk and became so irritable, she would often fight with her sister and ask her to leave her room. The only person she continued to tolerate was Armenia. Armenia brought her special broths and tended to all her needs. Armenia even tried to show Corine kindness, but she couldn't bring herself to trust the old neighbor. Finally, after a difficult labor, the baby girl arrived. She was healthy and beautiful, and thankfully, Marul was no longer in pain. When the sisters arrived home from the hospital, Armenia was waiting at the door. Corine objected to letting the woman inside so soon after the birth. It was Armenian tradition to never show the baby to anyone for the first 40 days, which kept the baby safe medically from germs and bacteria, but also it protected the baby spiritually from spirits and demons that might prey on an unblessed child. Marul said it was fine, however, because Armenia was just like family at this point. Against her better judgment, Corine let her sister have her way. Once inside, Armenia immediately asked to hold the baby. Corine noticed how sweet and loving the old woman looked at the baby and thought to herself that perhaps she was being too critical. But once the baby was in Armenia's arms, her whole demeanor seemed to change. Sweet and loving turned sour and sinister. Armenia's fiery eyes appraised the baby. She then walked toward the door, declaring,
"I will take the baby to show it to the rest of the neighbors."
Finally, Corine had enough and snatched the baby from the old woman's grasp. Corine yelled, "Every Armenian knows it is too soon for that. Get out of our house, devil!" Armenia cackled, an unholy, guttural laugh as her teeth turned to razor-sharp fangs made of iron as boar-like tusks ripped out of the flesh from under her jaw. Copper claws sprouted from her old bony fingers, and she ran over to the mother with the ferocity of a wild animal. She stabbed her long claws deep into Marul's chest and pierced the woman's lungs, causing her to gasp for air that would not come.
"If I can't have the baby, I'll take the mother instead,"
Armenia hissed. In a flash, Corine realized that Armenia was an awl. Awls were demonic creatures that linger around pregnant women, trying to ruin pregnancies or steal the babies once they're born. If they can't take the baby, then they will kill the mothers, who they hate the most because they represent life itself. Karine placed the baby in the bassinet behind her and tried to save her sister. But that was all the opening the creature needed, and she dropped Marul, running past Karine to steal the baby. And before the sisters knew it, the awl was out the front door. As Marul lay, bleeding on the floor, she breathlessly begged her sister to save her baby. Karine chased the creature downstairs and outside the apartment building, trying to recall anything she could about the old folk stories her grandmother used to tell her. And then she remembered. Smiling to herself, she took a shortcut. She knew where it was going. As Armenian ran for the large fountain in front of a nearby office building, she was surprised to find Karine waiting for her. All the awl had to do was jump over a body of water and the mother would die, making the baby the demon's forever. Karine fell to her knees in the demon's path to the fountain and prayed she would not lose her sister or her niece today. As the woman shouted her prayers to the heavens, the demonic creature writhed and howled as it slowly faded away, leaving only the bundled baby at its feet. Overjoyed that her prayers worked, Karine rushed to scoop up her baby niece and ran home as fast as she could. She was relieved to find Marul alive and healed from her wounds. However, as she looked down at the baby to hand her off to her sister, she realized the part of the old legend that she had forgotten. The awl always replaces the stolen baby with one of its own. Karine and Marul looked down at the demonic bundle of horror now in their care. A pale-skinned imp with fiery eyes. Karine may have saved her sister, but her work wasn't yet done. She had to help Marul take care of the demonic newborn, because the only way to return her sister's baby was tricking the awl into swapping them back. I'm all for doing something you love in a new way, like an escape room experience that's like a horror movie, or like with our new sponsor, Literati Book Clubs, a book club where you read alongside and interact with the world's most inspiring authors and leaders. I enjoyed author and journalist Susan Orlean's book club and discussed the time-looping adventure Life After Life. There were great insights in the club, and I could read at my own pace, since the discussion forums are split into segments. There's 12 unique book clubs to move freely between, with authors, leaders, and activists like Malala, Stephen Curry, Roxane Gay, and more, reading and discussing their favorite books along with you. That means you can talk about Stephen Curry's favorite books with Stephen Curry, for real. Plus, Literati delivers their monthly book picks straight to your door, and all book club members can shop the entire Literati library with great discounts, with many books over 50% off. Reimagine what a book club can be. Redeem your free trial at literati.com/somethingscary. Head to literati.com/somethingscary to learn more and read more with Literati. literati.com/somethingscary. I've been taking it easy with myself as we start transitioning into summer, and by that, I mean with new summer clothes shopping. Thanks to our sponsor, Stitch Fix, they make it easy to find clothes you love. I love the pink multicolored Vigos shorts my stylist sent me. A great design and a style I had known I would totally vibe with. There's no subscription required. Try Stitch Fix once or set up automatic deliveries. You'll pay just a $20 styling fee for each box, which gets credited towards pieces you keep. And there are no hidden fees, ever. Stitch Fix has styles and clothing to fit any occasion. You can choose from their shop or have their expert stylists pick and send clothing to you. They ship all over the US and available in the UK as well. Get started today at stitchfix.com/scary and you'll get 25% off when you keep everything in your fix. That's stitchfix.com/scary for 25% off when you keep everything in your fix. stitchfix.com/scary. We're always looking for the next challenge, right? Whether that's like what happens in our latest aquatic horror video story, My Octopus Killer, or in our recent Armenian horror video, Postpartum Possession. Our characters rise to the occasion or die trying. We need good challenges, whether it's tackling new stories or tackling new puzzles with new strategies to keep our blood and creative energies pumping. That's why I recommend Best Fiends, the mobile matching puzzle game that's great about leaving your brain feeling refreshingly challenged. There are thousands of fun puzzles to solve, and better yet, they change it up. Best Fiends frequently updates, so there's always something new to play or some cool bonus to grab. For instance, you can really enjoy your Slugmageddons because for a limited time, Best Fiends has double winnings. You can play levels and collect double the candy, so give Best Fiends a try. Just don't blame me if you can't put it down. Download the 5-star rated puzzle game Best Fiends free today on the Apple App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R, Best Fiends. If you'd like to submit a story, send me an email at SomethingScary@snarled.com. Like and share this video if it gave you the chills. And don't forget to subscribe to Snarled and turn on the bell for notifications. And I dare you, follow me on social media. Until next time, my dark darlings, sweet dreams.